Hello and good morning. Oh, okay, I do have volume today. Hello and good morning, my crafty creatures. Oh my goodness, it is Tuesday, and I'm feeling it. uh, so yesterday, I went to work, and oh my goodness. So I went to work yesterday and got what I was expecting to happen happened. The trainee was brought into the boss's office, and the boss was like, "You need to be able to move faster. What can we do? You're not going fast enough." And pretty much everybody on the 3 to 11 shift said he was good enough but not fast enough. And so my boss was like, "Hey, you need to speed it up." And he apparently like cussed her out, said we all suck, and then walked out. So he's like, "I left a cushy job for this and blah blah blah." And it's like, why would you leave a cushy job? A cushy job that you got paid less at, kind of thing. And that's what he said. And I told her, I'm like, "Look, I did my," and she's like, "This is not on you." Like, my boss was she's like, "I know you worry about this stuff. This is not on you. This was all about him. He wanted to play the victim. Don't take this to heart. You did fine." And so, fun Google Meet meetings. Well, today we're finishing up 310. We are going to get it done. No ands, ifs, buts, or maybes about it. But I did tell a fib. I didn't actually pick another color after this, so we're gonna do it together. And it's not gonna be 939. 939 will probably be the last color I do. Woohoo! Go watch Street Power. I'm working on my moth baby dragon. Um that's what I was doing before I logged into stream. It rained all day yesterday and all day today, so it's been kind of dreary. We've been keeping the wood stove running, so it's nice and warm in the house. I might go upstairs and try to fight with a couple more pieces of insulation after stream today. Or I might even just sit on my butt and finish up the wings of the baby dragon. I got purple haze. I got the new I got the fresh purple haze out, so it kind of looks like the original. Like, I have pictures on my website, and the thing I tell people about my dyed cloth is I use the same style and the same colors for every, like, I have it written down what kind of tie was done, how it was done, but every piece of fabric comes out different, because that's the beauty of not mass producing, is everything is one of a kind. And I am really in love with the purple haze that I just hung to dry. I posted in Discord, I posted it on my Facebook page. It is gorgeous, and while it's wet, the pink looks white, but all of those little white, that white sunburst is actually a pink, so it's a really pretty color. And I will be ironing it tomorrow and shipping it out. I have the label all printed, and as soon as it's all dry and I iron it, I'll get it all sealed up and sent out. I appreciate the support. Like, I know I will never I will never be making, well, I can't say never, because I could get lucky. But currently doing this as something that is going to support me financially independently is not looking like it's gonna happen. But it's still fun and I love doing it, so please, please. And I do barter as well. So if you're a crafter, reach out. I love to barter as well. And and I hate to say it, I've bartered with people who've squelched on the deal. But that does not take away. I keep my end of the deal up, and I love my art being out there. So. Can you not control the can you go to your big mixer and like reduce or like the program itself volume, or is it so weird that like some people are super loud and other people are like, I can barely hear you, that kind of thing? Because like I have on mine, I have some of my master volume through the soundboard just lowered down. Google Meet has its uses, but it is not my favorite platform. Oh my goodness. So I'm holding on. I should get the one that I started yesterday all done, but I got a shiny new project in my brain. So my moth dragon, I'll show them off a little later once people are out of meetings from hell and whatnot. Is the Luna moth wings from the butterfly wing set. And it's definitely more subdued, and the dragon's going to be tan. And I'm working on, instead of ear fins, I'm gonna try to point them out so I can have ear feathers, like moth, like the moth. So, but the colors are much more subdued. It's allowing me to use a lot of the browns and the less flashy colors. So I think, and in all legit, I might. Oh, well. Instead, I might transition away from just the baby dragons, and I might transition over into the baby fae dragons. I mean, mind you, I'll always have a variety of the babies because they're fun, they're easy, they're a good palate cleanser. And they make me smile. They are so adorable. I love them. But I am enjoying the boldness of the butterfly wings. Oh, no, you're fine. I'm so excited to be finishing up black today. Oh my goodness. But yeah, yesterday I was supposed to do baths and showers, and with the guy, so he didn't get fired. He did not get fired. He walked out. Um, and it's it just floors me. Like, my job is not difficult. Maybe that's just because of how my brain works, which I'm coming more and more to realize is a really like, I'd be a scientist best much fun. Best much fun. Best much fun. Uh and I was talking to one of my coworkers the other night because of all of my disabilities, and I need to get more comfortable with saying that I am disabled, because I am disabled. My coping mechanisms and my self-created accommodations don't take away from the fact that I am disabled, but it makes me incredibly uncomfortable because of said coping mechanisms and self-created accommodations. And I was telling him, I'm like, for the issues that I have, the fact that I have been gainfully employed for 20 plus years makes me a god within my communities. And I was only half joking, but then of course TikTok heard me and played me all of these videos about ASD1s and type 1 diabetics who just can't stay employed because of their issues. And then I found one that hit real hard about type 1. Is I am actively and manually keeping myself alive because my body does not produce insulin. Every moment that I breathe is a decision, is a choice, is a large amount of effort and work to stay alive. I have to take shots, I have to watch my food, I have to watch my activity level, I have to manage all of my emotions. The fact that I have been alive for 28 years with this disease is a statement to how resilient I am. Okay. Well, and I are you leaving? Are you running away right now? What's going on? So, like, and what I'm trying to say with all of this me talk that I'm trying to get comfortable with, because I'm incredibly uncomfortable. Incredibly uncomfortable talking about myself in a way that makes it like I'm seeking attention, because I'm not. Is if you are here today, it is an amazing thing. If you are doing your thing, know that you're appreciated and loved. And know that I truly know what it's like to have to be resilient, to struggle, to just pay to open your eyes. I get it. So. Okay. Well, I hope you have fun on your adventures. Oops. I got into the groove. Okay. So one last. Skip one and three. I, my unscheduled nap is I woke up and I turned on the news, and then I didn't wake up again till husband creature was getting ready to leave. So I think I woke up at like 4:30, and then I didn't wake up again till 7:30. And generally I stay awake, and I didn't. So it's unscheduled nap day. I'm also feeling kind of woozy, but I think that's just because my allergies are kicking my ass. One more. Okay, done the first block of 10 in the last and the last column of black. Well, luckily your A1C is over the course of 3 months. Or 6. depending on how good you are. I think my doctors have given up on me because my insurance sucks, and we're just kind of maintaining my upright and moving position right now. What bothers me is the fear mongering around blood sugars and whatnot. So that's why I get kind of uppity. I apologize. Yes, high blood sugars are bad, absolutely. But I went to go get my A1C drawn a few months ago, and my sugar was 124. And they're like, "Oh my god, oh my god." Yeah, yeah. I would murder. Jules's A1C is amazing. Kind of low though. Like, I used to be able to. I used to have an A1C of 5.5, and that's also like it's all about balancing. That's why when I saw the video saying if you have type 1 and you're surviving, it's still an amazing thing because the balancing that is involved in this disease. Like, if I don't keep my emotions in check, which all of us neurospicy know how hard that is, just keeping any of the emotions in check, any of them, pick a couple, how hard that is. I have to keep them all in check because that can spike my A1, that can spike my blood sugar. My ADHD spikes my blood sugar because my brain produces cortisol because I'm trying to mask so heavily everywhere. So it's like I promote, hey, if your sugar's high, don't sweat it, because if you worry about it, it's gonna keep it going up. Which is a pain in the ass. I get it. But things like cortisol will spike your blood sugar. Caffeine spikes your blood sugar. Though, funny enough, caffeine doesn't spike my blood sugar as much as other people. So. Ooh! Ooh! 4-3? Oh my god, girl. That. Yeah. Yeah, 4-3 is not. That's like you're constantly, like 70 is a high for you levels. That's what that's telling me. 4-3 says 70 is a high for you. That's a medical condition all on its own. And I love that you're hypoallergenic instead of hypoglycemic. I love that you're hypoallergenic, Jules. It means I can hang out with you and not have my allergies activate. I know, and it's probably voice to text. I get it. And see, that right there is what kind of irks me about modern medicine. Is I know that when I'm at 70, I'm just about ready to smack a bitch. I can function. I've fully functioned as low as 54. Now, that's not a flex I should be talking about because I'll get many medical people upset with me. But it's kind of like the work flex here in America. I can work 10 days in a row, blah, blah. That's not a flex. That's abuse to yourself. And sugars, I agreed with when I was diagnosed. 70 to 120 is a nice, comfortable feeling. I feel fine. I feel whatever resemblance of normal that I remember. I don't ache as much. I'm not as antsy. But when it gets down towards that 70 mark, I'm gonna start trying to murder people. And hypoglycemia is actually more dangerous than hyperglycemia because, at least with hyperglycemia, you can piss it out. With hypoglycemia, your body doesn't have anything to power itself because that's what we power ourselves on is glucose. Like everything that we eat either breaks down into a fat or glucose, but it breaks down into glucose first, and then if you don't use it, it transfers over into high storage fat. And then when you really, really need it, that's when the fat turns back into glucose and you can use it. Yes. I do smack a bitch every day. What? They're being not up my butt right now, and I'm taking advantage of it. Okay. We just finished a block. Now we're gonna go down another block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These really don't do anything for anyone other than me. They just mark that I've done 10 lines. And so something that people don't realize. So I had a very high A1C for a very long time. And when I finally started being able to get a hang of it and was bringing it down, I felt like my sugars were low. So I had to check my sugar, and I still do to this day when I start feeling tingly. I'm like, is my sugar low? Or is it just normal and I've been high for too long, so it feels low? And I have to check that. And that's something that people need to talk about is if your sugar stays high for too long or stays low for too long, you'll get the opposite effect. So if you're, say, rocking a 70 for 3 months straight, and all of a sudden you're up to 100, you're going to feel the symptoms of a high, even though it's not. And that's another rough thing to get around and work with, is it sucks ass. Oh, and you smell, when your sugar is super high, you smell like sweets. You actually smell fruity, and I guess not the good fruity, like the yuck fruity, the candy that's been the fruity candy that's been left in the car and has gone really yuck, like rotten fruit juice. Yeah, my coworkers also have learned my tells. At least the ones who pay attention. Like I can I can tell I can tell which coworkers actually like me because they're like, "Hey, your sugar's dropping." Then lo and behold, my sugar's dropping. Yeah, a low sugar doesn't have a smell. Um, it is a lot of appearance, and it's a good thing I paid for these nice high def cameras so you can see my color. uh, I had mochi and cookies for breakfast because we don't have any milk, so I'm like, what am I gonna do for food? And so that's what I had for breakfast. Yep. And 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 unfortunately, at least with words and whatnot, like I don't. To be fair, I'm gonna go see what my sugar is right now. Oh my goodness, my arm. Eh, not a number I'm proud of, but it's breakfast running. It's 3:01 currently, which is not a number I promote. Um, but I did have cookies and ice cream for breakfast, so my body has to process that. Mm, yeah, yeah. See, and I can appreciate that as a joke. Um, from um, for me, the frustration comes focused around food. I have a lot of food trauma that I'm working on, but food trauma is very hard to get over, especially with the autism, with the diabetes, um, with the ADHD, like, and then actual psychological abuse with food. So I have a lot of food trauma, and I try to, and working around it is very, very difficult. So I get absolutely angry when people see me eating something or make the offhanded comment, and I can know that they're coming from a kind place, but when I hear, oh, I can't eat that, that'll give me diabetes, that is spreading so much misinformation just in that simple sentence. No, right now my sugar's fine. The high that I have is from food processing itself, which is completely natural. I can tell if it's a high because lack of insulin. I can tell if it's a low because lack of food or too much insulin. Like there are different variations of the high and the low and what they come from, and they all have different feelings, and it's hard to explain. But I know there are people out there who, oh, your sugar's 301. Oh my goodness. And I'm like, I just stuffed two cookies and two mochis in my face for breakfast. It's gonna break down and spike my sugar. But if I take if I take too much insulin, it'll crash it. So it's a weird balance. And I gotta say, I love TikTok because I've been able to see and watch and interact with so many other diabetics who are younger, diabetics who are older, and diabetics who are my age. And I hate to sound diseasey-ish. I don't secular in my disease preferences, I guess would be the best way. I like seeing the type 1s because say for say for one other person, I don't have a whole lot of type 1s in my life. And just being able to like be on the periphery of others makes me feel less alone. Because type 2 diabetes is really a different beast. It really is. And that's where a lot of the food stereotypes come in because that's what type 2 is. It's if you catch it soon enough, that's how you can control it really, really easy is just with food. Um, type 1, I'll just take more insulin. And it really is as casual and that's it. If I eat more, I take more. Is it best if I eat healthy? 100%. 100%. But sometimes you gotta drop the you gotta have that cheat day, and there'll be people, oh no, never drop the cheat. I don't get a vacation from this disease ever. I'm gonna have a motherfucking cheat day. Like oh yeah, if you're doing it for physical health and whatnot, okay, great. But if you decide that you don't want to exercise anymore, you can stop exercising. I can't stop taking care of this disease unless I want to stop existing. It's like it's kind of like with autism and ADHD. We don't get breaks from our brains, and so many people don't understand that. Like OCD, you don't get breaks from the compulsions. You get to a point where you can go, can we wait 5 minutes? You don't get away from the compulsion. You can learn how to delay it and defer it, but you don't get away from the compulsion. And the only reason I can think about this is I was in my boss's office and she had one out of 4 window locks unlocked. And I looked at it and I went, I am so sorry. And I had to walk over and I had to shut that one window lock. She didn't say anything. She was giggling a little bit because she knows that it's not anything to do, it has nothing to do with her or her existence that I had to lock that window. I had to lock that window. And I don't try to control or persuade other people when a compulsion takes over. It's like, hey, look, can we put this on hold? I gotta go do this thing. I will be right back, I swear. That's the kind of thing that a lot of people don't understand. Or with anxiety, when someone goes, well, what are you worrying about? I'm gonna do the Michael Scott from The Office. Does it move? Can I lick it? If the answer is yes, then I'm gonna worry about it. And then again, that's nothing on anybody in my area. Like I don't expect others to treat my brain, because God knows I barely manage it myself. Be understanding is my biggest push. It's like, I'm not going to be able to control it. You're not going to be able to control it. How can we diffuse it so it's bearable to both of us? Because I like it just about as much as you. And that's the thing, is like, yeah, wrong kind of treat. And like, I try to bring humor into it. It's like, what are you worried about today? Look around you, pick something. I'm worried about it. And I feel a lot of my personal anxiety comes from the tectonic plates that are autism and ADHD and trauma, is when they rub together, or if I don't have, and I guess the diabetes is somewhere in there as a tectonic plate too, because it is a very big part of my life. But when they start rubbing together, they start generating the anxiety. But holding them, like balancing and treating them, is also very difficult, which can also cause anxiety. It's not just one thing, but I guess tectonic plates was my best way to explain it to people, is like they rub together so hard, and then you're just worried about it because, like, I'm so awkward. And while I have a good sense of humor and I'm very good natured about it, it's rough. That actually sounds really good. Too bad Chex put in their commercial stuff, Chex puts pretzels. Okay, gonna finish this row and then I'm gonna show off. I'm gonna show off the dusty dragon, the moth dragon. I was like, I'm looking. Are my lights? Aren't my lights on? Because it seems kind of dark. Because it's kind of yuck outside. Um. Do-be-do. So I sent a select few of you a TikTok yesterday. the I saw grandma naked. That was, I laughed so hard. Like I was at work when I found that and I just started laughing and I couldn't stop laughing. So I had to share it because I just, oh my goodness. Okay, so let me fight with this, the remainder of this piece of string, and then I'll show off. Then I'll show off the moth dragon, the moth baby dragon. Okay. So this is the wing color. I haven't gotten it lined in the outside color yet. It's gonna be a tan. But yep, wing color and the wing. It's gonna be the Luna moth wings, the giant tail wings. And let's see if I can. Oh, wrong side. And this is gonna be its body color. The tan. Put it down here. Because I have a lot of more drab colors that I'm gonna see how they look on like more earthy toned dragons, I should say. Because a lot of the dragons I use are gem color that I make are gem colored. But I want to try experimenting with some earthy tones. So, and I have the yarn for it, so why not? Okay. That. We're still in the phase where most of the first column is all solid back and forth. So that is starting to slip away. 3-less. Because yeah, this spot right here is, if I can angle it a little bit better, that spot right there is the last of the column. So I'm closing in. I think there's, let me see how many boxes. Not even 2. Like the one I'm working on, and then there's one full one, and then there's like 3 lines into the next one. So we got this. We got this, yo. I'm so very much in love with how Poet's Purple Haze came out. Like I can never promise what it's gonna look like, but oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. So I am not displeased. GP2. Oh, so Insanity. Next week. So I made lots of deals with the coworkers so I could get my my weekend off to go down to Augusta. I do it every year, and up until this year, it was my weekend off, so I never had to swap around. But not so much this year. So I have my normal day off. I have Friday off. Then I work Saturday, and then I have Sunday off, and then I work Monday, Tuesday, and I have Wednesday off. And don't expect any of you to actually remember this. Then I have 2 days off. I have Wednesday off, and then from Thursday to Thursday, I work straight through because I of the trades that I made. I don't regret it, but it's a long go. So, I still plan on doing everything as normal. It's just, I'm gonna be a little tired, and there might be some calling off bits. And one more and 2. Gotta move my butt. I was able to charge my parking lot camera up to to 67%. Oh, something fell over. I think it was, oh, it was my crochet bag. Oh my goodness. Velcro is not a girl's best friend. Oh. I am going to, because of how I'm shifting over, I am going to have to adjust my setting. Oh, there we go. This is almost comfortable. I've also found a really neat way to keep half of my frame from falling down. My brain wandered off. My brain wandered off. And if you guys haven't seen it, the Find Out podcast, I love it. It's uh it's the guys who started out. They called themselves White Guys for Harris, and now they have a podcast called Find Out, because fuck around, find out. Mhm. Almost to the 10 line. Yep. Huh? I got so into talking, I might only have time to get the black done. This is the square where it starts. This is where we start tucking in, tuck it in. Closing in. Oh. My phone just tried to make like 3 noises all at once and it failed miserably. Here's hoping the rest of the string I have is enough to do remaining stitches. I'll be upset if I have to pull a whole big long length. So I will be using 310 again in the next in the next page, because that's just how we roll. I still have, even though as much black as you guys have seen me do, I still have 32,000 stitches of black left to do. I mean, black total only had, I think, I don't know. I think black only had like 40. So 3 left. Nope, one too many. One too many. One. Skip one. Okay. Okay, 20 lines have been done. How many do I have left? No, at least 10. I have at least 10 lines. All good. It's all good. I've been focused on getting the 310 done. Okay, let's see. I got 10. Got 18 lines, and not all of them are full. I got 18 lines left to go, and it's not the full. It's backing down into less than 10 stitches across real fast. And I've also gotten used to, like, at 11 o'clock, everybody gets real quiet. So why, I don't know, but gotten into the groove of the day. Everybody's like, maybe if we shush, she'll actually get stuff done. Oh, the correct answer is, I see what you're saying, but I can't get my head that far up my ass to be able to agree with you. Mhm. Super excited. Get this color done. Mhm. Ugh. Yeah, it's Veterans Day. Um, Today's the day we celebrate our living veterans. Memorial Day is when we celebrate the ones who did not make it. Um, Husband Creature did serve, but he's not. He gets awkward about it. So I send my love out to my veterans, and go tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. slipping in. We start slipping into not going too far out to the other column. I mean, there are a couple places, but we are now in the less than 10 stitches area. After stream today, I'm gonna try to clear up behind my table behind me, so I can iron out. Actually, I have an ironing board. I don't need to iron out purple haze. So the purple haze order. I'm gonna get the box all assembled. Then I'm gonna try to finish up the moth wings. I need to go upstairs and get some pillows so I can run them through a sanitized wash, because instead of tossing the pillows away, if they have polyfiber fill in them, I utilize them for some of the stuffing in the dragons. My washing machine, one of the few things that it has that's good, it has something called a sanitize cycle. And that's exactly what I run through when I am reusing stuff. Mm-hmm. Gonna have to cut another piece of string. Ooh. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about my attic room and how I need to, what work I need to do to move forward. And trying not to fixate and dream too much until at least I get the bones in there. Um, but one of the great things about it is that's essentially going to be my stream room. That's where I'm going to store yarn and whatnot. Um, Yarn and some of the stitchy stuff, but it's where I'm going to have all my video equipment, and I'm going to be able to just keep it nice and safe up there. But I'm also going to, next to the window that I've been working so hard on, I plan on having like a seat right next to it that underneath, it's going to be like a storage seat, so like can lift it up and I can have stuff underneath it, because let's be fair, I'm going to have it's going to become my crafting studio. That half of the attic is going to slowly become my crafting studio, but got to start with the baby steps. Well, that was unfortunate. As well, I don't need it that long. Okay. Mhm. Where's my piece of string? Something awful has happened with my string. What? I do not know. Something wild and crazy going on. No, that's not fixing it either. There we go. Okay, there. That's why I always keep 2 needles around. Fortunately or unfortunately, I somehow obtained a knot in my string, and it is kind of annoying. But I'm gonna get these few lines done. One last. This time, it's not you this time, killer. I got 10 lines to go. lines remaining with 310 on this page. Whew. And in all fairness, we will probably be over 10% by the end of the year, which will make me more than tickled pink, because that's almost 30,000 stitches. And yeah, that makes me happy. Huh? Now, this last bit, it's really not a whole lot. It's 8 lines of like 5 stitches. Hi, Pig. Hi, Pig. Pixie says hello, everybody. I will be done in a moment, ma'am. No, I am finishing up some stitches. Pixie says no, you are going to pet me. Filling in the fringe. And my friends, we are done 310 on this page. With this stitch, we get a color finish. I'm looking at the time, and while I have a few I definitely have a few more minutes till noon. I think I'm going to end on a high note of getting a color finish. So I'm gonna back this camera up So that is all the black on that page. So let me give some deets on what we did today. Once I highlight everything. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Funny enough, on the next page, black isn't such a huge color. So I know that 939 is, because 939 haunts my soul in this particular piece. But black is not such a big deal. It's more of the other ear of the wolf is what we'll be doing on the next page. Okay, so we did 296 stitches today. We went from 9.4% to 9.51. So we hit our November goal of 9.5%. So we did lots of good things today. So I am utterly pleased. But on that note, I want everybody to drink their water, take their meds, be kind to yourselves without harming others, and be kind to others without harming yourself. I have crazy dogs, and I will be lurking in the background. And I will see everybody on Thursday at 9 a.m. because for once, I might actually be able to make it. I love you all. Thank you for the gift of your time. And I will see you all on the flip side. And I have crazy dogs.